Hello, boys and girls. Just got home from church, and I thought I'd just quick make my video, and then I'm gonna go downstairs and hang out with my mom and dad for a while. But I had a good day today. I did my devotions and everything, and mom and I actually cleaned out a whole bunch of stuff downstairs in our living room. Went through some old videos that we had. And what we've been trying to do is like get the ones that we have on DVDs, so that we can kind of make room and get rid of the old stuff. So that's what we kind of did. That's what we did today. Pastor was preaching from. We've been doing a study of Proverbs, and we're in Proverbs chapter 11, and we were talking about verse 2 where it says, I'm gonna mess it up, but basically it says that a proud person is brought to shame, and a lowly person is brought wisdom. So we're talking about different people in the Bible that fall under one of those two categories. And then verse 3 talks about how a person with integrity is guided, and how a perverse person is basically destroyed. And I thought, they kind of fit together. Those two verses really did fit together, hand in hand. So that's as far as we got with those two verses, and then we had a good time of prayer afterwards. Let's see. My blessing from my Bible today. I have to get my handy papers. Let's see. John 10. I gotta look it up. Bear with me. I should have had it ready for you guys, but let's see here. John chapter 10. Verse 11 says, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. And then down in verse 14 and 15 it says, I am the good shepherd, and know my sheep, and am known of mine. As the Father knoweth me, even so I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. I don't know if you guys have ever studied or heard about, back specifically in Bible times, with a shepherd, and the things that they did. They would sacrifice themselves for their sheep. They would leave, like Jesus taught, they would leave the 99 to go and find the one that was missing. And that's what Jesus did. He left his heaven, he left his glory to come down here to rescue that one sinner that was saved. And thankfully, that one sinner is included in the whole world. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. So that was just a blessing to me, the reminder of our great shepherd that we have, and what he did for us. The new verse today was Ephesians 6:17? 16? 17? I forget which one. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, I think. I'm getting them mixed up for some reason, but I gotta work on that. I wanted to tell you guys about what happened last night. Yesterday. After I finished making my video, I went out to pass out my track on my way to work, and I was actually rejected twice. And at first I was discouraged, and then I was encouraged, and I'll explain to you how that happened. First, I know I gave up caffeine for the week, so I'm gonna preface this by saying, on my way to work when I got my coffee, it was a decaf. It was a decaf. But I stopped at Tim Hortons, and I had my money on top of my track, and I handed it to the girl at the window. And when she handed me my coffee, she handed the track back. And I grabbed it, and I said, oh no, this is for you. And she said, no, I don't want it, have a good day. And she slammed the window in my face. I'm like, oh, okay. So I was kind of bummed about that. And then one of the nursing students that we had at the hospital, I had put a track in his coat pocket, and when they left, I didn't think he would get it until later. When they all left, I went into our break room and I found it thrown in the trash. So at first I was discouraged about two people that had rejected taking that track, and then I was encouraged to think, hey, we're doing a spiritual warfare theme, and this obviously is making the devil really mad. So mad that he is having people refuse the truth. And then I was reminded that, when Jesus told the disciples, when they refuse you, they're not refusing you, they're refusing me. So it was an encouragement. Now, I talked with Aaron, and he said he hasn't had anybody refuse yet, but this is like the third or fourth time that people have refused the tract from me. And but like I said, I was discouraged, and I was encouraged by it. And the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was my steering wheel prayer list. I still have my prayer list, but I haven't added to it. And I want to explain to you guys why. Because of the part of the challenge of us praying every day through our prayer list, I find myself not praying as much in my car because I have that prayer list in front of me. And instead I've been listening to, even though I stopped last week was no music, that was my fast for the week. I still haven't really listened to any music. I've been listening to just my Patch the Pirates, and in the car I've been listening to some preaching. And which reminds me, I gotta write a letter. Guys, remind me of that. But yeah, even then I've been listening to mostly preaching, and I haven't really been praying in my car because I've been praying here every night, or as often as possible, trying to get through my prayer list every week. So that's why I have not updated a picture of my steering wheel prayer list, because I haven't updated my steering wheel prayer list yet, because I have the prayer list right here in front of me. So anyway, I think that's all the stuff that I wanted to talk to you guys about. I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to go down and hang out with my mom and dad. So I will talk with you guys tomorrow. So you guys have a good night. Goodbye.